Good morning, folks. Come on. It's 5:04 a.m. December 11th. 12:11. 5:04 is fortitude, 0 is completion, and 5 is movement. The fortitude, having the fortitude, or to have the fortitude to complete the physical movement. 5 is more like a physical moving, actually physically moving. Boom. That's kind of, that's kind of where I'm at right now. Gonna get my other specs on. Excuse me. It's kind of crazy what's been going on lately. Excuse me. That's also part of what's been necessary. Every time I make that funny face, and I'm actually popping my ears from the inside. It's early in the morning, so I just made my coffee, came upstairs. Herky will probably join us later. I try to be quiet so that he can rest. Herky's really tired. Karen's dog Key is, really tired. There's so much going on with so many people right now. Things are nuts. These bodies are only temporary, okay? What's going on right now is insanity of the souls. I never looked at trying to see how many souls there are, because while you're in a body, like I've been saying for years, you can't see everything. I don't care who you are. Okay? That's one reason why it's going to be so important for you to start talking with your spirit guides to flow within. Haven't heard that from me ever, have you? People, that's how you become who you are. My last life, I went through hell. And I was trying to show you a way to be passive, yet aggressive, about saying no, but doing nothing, never getting involved in a riot. Right now, there's so many souls. I've never stopped to count them all because there's no need for it. And honestly, I can't see them all because some can hide. Spirit can hide from me in a body. That's why I keep saying I have to go home and finish mopping up. I've always tried to excuse me, I've always tried to downplay what it is I do and what's going on until recently. I'm tired of it. I am what I am. I'm proud of what I am because I always do my best to do what I need to do. Herky! It's okay, buddy. Herky's he's being bothered. He's trying to sleep. All these souls going crazy right now. They're insane. And they're almost all dead and they know it. And the largest of them, plus some other essence and stuff that stayed hidden, a teeny bit of source left. That's causing problems, staying hidden. But once they come out and act, or once they fire up, I see them. They're dead. But see, the problem is that there's so many of them. And that'll take care of them. There's so many of them. You kill them, they just keep coming back. Getting back to the numbers of souls. There was 1,000 trillion of them that were causing a lot of trouble. They're dead. Almost all of them. Excuse me. How many more are left? Not causing trouble, but left? About 125,000 trillion, whatever that number is. Sounds like the United States national deficit. Folks, that's a lot. And it takes one problematic soul to get on your hands, put their energy into you, and bother you. They can start going into you and put their energy into you and literally start making you think things and stuff like that. The energy goes through the aura, goes into your main core, but then right up into your brain. They're weak enough to where you can't hardly feel them. Some of these folks have had 1 trillion lives, but most of them have had at least 100 or more billion. These guys are aggressive, sneaky. They know how to ruin your life. This is going on everywhere. And I'm about to tell you about it in just a second. Okay, folks, we're back. Sorry about that. I had to make a quick call that I forgot about. CRS. Can't remember stuff. That's me. Oh, yes, the souls. Folks, there's a lot of awesome, wonderful souls out there. It's just some of them, the ones that want to be problematic. There's so many of them, and it takes so little for any of them to give you a hard time, to actually run you. It's not, they can't do it 24/7, but you get a few of them, and their energy, they go on your head, and they just start going right directly into your head once they're in you. Then they just run you, non-stop. Your thoughts aren't hardly your own. And you're like, why did I do that? And then they'll tell you, because you're right, because you're right. You did that because you're right. And they say, and then you say, I was right. Example, my friend Miguel. He was King Arthur, Hannibal the Great, Confucius. But he's a strong soul, but he's easily run. You have to be really strong energy not to be run, and they're so slick and soft enough energy, but enough strength, underlying strength in them, they can mess with you. Remember, these bodies, folks, are literally a prison that locks you into it, so you can't get out, so you can be abused. That was the intention of the original male and female. It was a female putting you in the bodies 99% of the time. So, so anyway, that's, the poor guy was driven nuts. Literally. Literally. He came to me for help, and I'd, work on him. Then they'd come again and get him, and he was at that point, I couldn't help him. There's so many. You kill them. I can kill 1,000 of them. So what? There's another 100,000 waiting. It's, the only way for me to get rid of him, to finish getting rid of him, is getting out of this body. That's the importance of that. I told you there's reasons for me still having to be here, and there's always more than one reason. That's the way things happen on the other side. By the way, cheers. That's some really good Don Pablo. Choa tea. Don Pablo Colombian coffee with my Choa tea. Have a new friend just popped up. He's one of my source animals. Came from me and Lily. It's a big, big, strong black male bull. Horns comes out like this. A friend popping in to hang around. There's a lot of you that listen to me from all different religions and parts of the world. I've told you, except when someone's being an idiot like this, Creeflow A Dollar. Oh, gee, did I just mention a name? Create the Flow of Dollars. That's his actual name. So sad. He told everyone that God said he should have a better jet, a real nice new jet. So he told the people to start coughing up their money. Because God said so. Yeah, okay. But other than that kind of thing, it's it's the philosophy that I always go against. A very good friend of mine, Nick, when I was really hurting, because the original male and female were trying like hell to control me. I had a lot of animals. I had 5 dogs sleeping with me. Some of them had seizures. All kinds of problems. Oh yeah, wait a minute. I'm having people right now say I don't care about animals. Go to Gwinnett Animal Clinic on Beeford Drive and talk with the owner down there. Gwinnett Animal Emergency Center. Now it's Vespa's new owner. The many thousands and thousands of dollars I've spent in a very short time with surgeries and everything I could to save everything. There's a lot of people right now running around bad mouthing me that are close to me, and they're all being run. I tell them to clean themselves. They won't. Once the stuff gets on there, I tell them. They look at it and say, "Oh, Jay, I put a sphere around my head, pulled it out. There's nothing in there but gray stuff." And I said, "What did I just tell you on you?" There's arrogant 17% negativity souls, which is light. There's 27% negative, which is gray. 37%, which is gray. Some 47%, which is getting dark. And then it just goes right through their head. So I can clean them, and they're fine for a while, and then poof, here comes more. That has to do with me getting out of here. Going through all this, seeing what's going on. This is information. This is proof, once you're awake enough to understand that this is real. It's real. There's so many souls out there, but the big hitters, they're all dead. They're gone. I've said before, I kill them, okay? It's not a big whoopee-doo. It's not like, yay, Jay. It's nothing like that. When y'all go to work in the morning, when you come in and you have a clean desk and or a clean floor, most importantly, what does everyone go praise the janitor? Hell no. He did his job. The chances are, although he might love you, he might want to be left alone. I pull in people. I pull in crowds. People want to know. They want to understand. They say the windows are the eyes of the soul. The windows are the eyes of the spirit that are inside the body. Trust me, they go straight into the brain, and that's where everything's happening, around the hypothalamus. So that's one reason I don't stare at the camera the whole time. Number one, I'm looking at other stuff, concentrating on that. I'm seeing stuff all the time. I don't mean like, ooh, look what I can see. I mean, I'm looking at stuff I have to deal with. Like all these souls, like I was saying earlier. Poor Michelle has been hit so hard with souls, and these guys have had. She's got a few on her that have had over 1 trillion lives. So her energy can crank up enough to put them out of the way for a while, but they're bugging the hell out of her. Excuse me, bugging the hell out of her. Tomo, I talk about a lot. He's being hounded. The only one who's strong enough to blow him off all the time is Paul Cherick. For the 3rd time now, finally, I finished making out the new will. As soon as I can, I'll have it signed, notarized. And I'm just putting everything to Paul. Reason being, he's fine, he's strong. My energy outside of my body made him a lot stronger. When I met him, I knew he was the male, the physical male spirit part of myself and Lily, almost all me. Over 98% Ara, whatever for me, that would be taken over. My job was come here, tear things up, bring change. It's like the tip of the arrow. And then Paul's job is to literally fill that in, fill in the void and help y'all. But it's going to happen slow and easy. But also, this other stuff happening with so many others involved in this movement. The closer you are to me, the more you get hammered. Listening to me? No. I'm talking about the people that are directly involved right near me. I won't be here much longer, folks. It's time to go. When you start feeling, I can't even say that because until you can really see, you really don't know. A lot of people, such stupid things. These arrogant souls, and then there's ones behind them that actually bring it about. It's nothing to kill them. Okay, that's you. Okay. Lily's body energy was just, well, it's more than body energy now. Lily's energy was, so I felt something in my left ear, and I'm like, here we go, and it feels a little stronger. Then I finally realized, whoops, that's my lady. But the souls, they can literally, they're so sneaky and slick, they can really mess with you. I realize I'm flowing a little bit, jumping around. I'm trying not to. It's not so much being bothered, but while I do have, many souls at one time, get rid of them, more come, more come. Like right now, Lily's working hard on my head again. I woke up this morning, I was seeing all these images in my head, thought processes in my brain, and she's softly changing them. And I said, this is great. This is wonderful. I'm so happy to see her because she's so huge, and I feel, my lady in there. Trying not to mention her name too much. She likes solitude, and she's going to have it. But she can feel what's going on in people. She's so strong, she sees with her heart. Folks, she's phenomenal. She's incredible. So anyway, these souls are attacking strong source, but they're not strong enough to get, to blow it off. They still have to attack it. Now, Paul's a vet, okay, an American vet, with compassion. He said, Jay, you wouldn't believe what I've seen when I was over there in the desert. And people, this... strong compassion can be hard for me to handle sometimes. It's, Lily, honey, soften up a little bit. It's literally okay, sorry I had to talk with Lily for a second. It's literally she's working on those centers in my brain right now, and it just kind of caught me at a bad time. Compassion is so powerful. Love is so powerful. Love. There's this one time when Paul and his group went into a village, and it's to protect them. They knew it. The people there knew it. They could feel it. This is in Iraq. And these people had rations for food that they could have, and they spent their whole week's rations just to feed Paul and his crew. Not a company, just small group. That's how little money they had. They gave them their week's allotment of food just to take care of them. And then Paul and the other group went back and they found out what they had done, and they took up a collection, and they came back with more food than they ever spent. And they told them, "Thank you for the honor of cooking for us, but don't you ever, please, don't you ever spend your food on us. You know, your allotment of food." And that, Lily, that is love. That is what real clean source energy is about. Giving. Serving, protecting, and loving. That is what is coming your way. Okay? Compassion, honor, and equality. Excuse me. I don't like being like this on camera. But, like I always tell you, I am what I am. I do what I do for the right reason. If it's not right to someone else, tough. Okay? I love everyone and everything. I was made in the beginning to serve, to protect. And I've never stopped. I like it. I dig it. It's my job. I think it's cool. And there's nothing strong enough to stop me. But do I have love and compassion? Yes. And then Paul said, after building such a good rapport with these people, another group came in and they just treated him like crap. This world, this is not just this planet, folks. It's all over the place. Paul and I were talking yesterday. He said, "Jay, I had this dream where I just, in the middle of the dream, you and I were on Jupiter. And I don't know how we got there. It's like we must have come in a ship, but all of a sudden, boom, we're just there. And then all of a sudden, the first thing we did is start, there's reptilians over there that were causing issues, and just we went just out killing them and everything. And then it's a long process, a long thing going on, but it was about dealing with the problems where there's the souls bugging us. The animals want so bad to help, but they help by giving spirit, not anything else. It's my job to take care of what the problem is of spirit. I said before that a lot of them on the other side call me the destroyer. If you were able to see and talk with spirit the way I want you to, you could find the same thing out for yourself, not with me saying it, which would please the hell out of me. There's so many people running around, there's some close to me that is so well taken over that they don't even know of course they don't know they're being run. If you say that you're being run, then the souls on top of them go, no we're not, and then they say, no you're not. It's so easy to see when you can see what's going on, when you can see with your scanner, but your pineal too. I had Lily in my head the other day. I was talking with Karen, and all of a sudden I said, honey, just look and see what you feel going on in my head and everything. And, she could feel and see that my scanner and my pineal field were being meshed together. And it was part of her energy inside this huge body of Lily. And I said, what are you doing? She said, I'm bonding the two parts of that. I'm bonding your pineal and your scanner together. And she said, you do it for everyone else. That you've done it for everyone else, you crank up, and you do it for everyone else, you crank up. Why shouldn't you have it for yourself? I just don't really think like that. That's not self-preservation. A glass of wine every once in a while, taking care of my animals. That's the extent of myself. Like my buddy Mr. T's running around, Jay thinks he's God. Wow. It's not him. But that's the chaos that's going on right now. It's insane. It's insanity. Insanity of the souls. Insanity of the free, arrogant souls. In time, y'all are going to see this stuff for yourself. Someone has to start it. That's my job. Is to let you know what's going on. And as you continue to evolve, you'll keep seeing it. I mentioned my friend Nick, and this is where I was going with that. And no, it's not souls controlling me, blah, blah, blah. They're not strong enough to do that. To mess me up in saying something, yes. To do anything else, no. But the Nick is very Christian. He's a very good friend of mine. And I've gotten up 11:45 at night to go to his shop, not for money, to help him fix a car. Nick and I are close. We're brothers. And he knows my heart. He has a love for animals too. He knows my heart. He's a very strong fourth wave soul. I love him and his family. Hell, I love everyone, but I mean, I'm very close to them. He has a son, Caleb, that is going to be doing some incredible stuff soon. He's finding out, although he's a strong Christian, he's finding out that there's certain things that just don't make sense that are happening, and it's just things that he's been told in life, that there's other things happening which are starting to make a little sense. And I'll just leave that there. Excuse me. Nick's really great. He helped keep me alive when the original male and female were trying to, I've said this before, when the original male and female were trying to starve me out. They was trying to hurt me by starving and hurting my animals. And I did enough damage to them and to myself to where they finally had to stop. And then I just started feeding the animals before I'd feed myself, which is kind of the way I was anyway, but I took it to an extreme. I refused to eat until they had what they needed. Everything they needed. The original male and female needed me alive to, quote unquote, after they beat me up enough for me to go out and say, praise Mother Father God. Yeah, that didn't happen. In the beginning, when I first started waking up, I talked about Mother Father God, and then all of a sudden, like Sylvia Brown was talking about, and then all of a sudden I saw him, and I'm like, okay, that's a week and a half that I'm going to forget about. So anyway, so all these crazy souls running around or getting on people, running them, when I get out of this body, and folks, it'll happen when it happens, but there's a due date, okay? I'm not bringing it up, talking about it, but there is. When I get out, the first thing I'm doing, I'm myself. I talk about all of you how you can't even fit in your bodies because you're so big. It's like putting your intelligence, just your intelligence, into a physical body, into a brain. You can't do it. It's like taking a swimming pool and pouring it into a balloon. Those of you that watch me, I'm sorry you're tired of hearing that, but guess what? It works. It's a simple analogy. Um, that's what it's like. You're that big, that strong, that intelligent, and incredibly powerful. When you're in a body, you're screwed. They're prisons, and you think it's something you want to stay in. Wow, you have no idea. Once you awaken and know who the hell you are, what you are really, you're gonna say, "Damn, these bodies suck." We take any pleasure we can while we're in them, and we do get a little pleasure. You have to. The original male and female, when they set all this up, they knew you had to have enough joy to keep you in a body long enough. And then when you had a little bit of joy, literally, your old angels would literally crank you up and make you feel it stronger, give you more reason to stay in a body. They found out quick how far they could push different types of spirit because you push it far enough, it's coming out of the body. Um, and that wouldn't be good for them because then they can't abuse the spirit within a body to make it even bigger when it gets out. So they could, when that bigger spirit that came out could get with this other spirit mate, go to a new universe and release smaller parts of itself. So instead of when it releases a third of itself, because the ratio is the same, you can't release any more than a third of yourself at a time. Because if you do, it just destroys what you are. It changes what you are. Um, so anyway, you release that energy instead of releasing 100 million souls, you release 100 billion souls, whatever, or a billion souls, whatever number. I don't care. Not thinking about that, but it's a lot more. Okay, let's just say that. And then the whole intention for that was to have more that would say, "Praise Mother, Father God." It's in the books. Here we go again. Here it comes. You ready? The Creation series. This is the book one, very small. Book number two is 412 pages. Oh yeah, that's right. No, wait a minute. I'm a horrible, abusive person that doesn't care about anyone or animals, and that's why every penny of profit for that goes to Michelle to take care of animals, and the copyrights, they're all going to Paul. Paul will make the right decision. He can't be run. And the second I get out of this body, I'm getting rid of all this other nasty souls over there, and I'm going to go into some people's heads, and I'm going to fix them. They need to be free of the torment they're going through. It's crazy. But see, someone who can't get messed with is Paul. So Paul's literally, I'm putting all the copyright. The copyrights are already in my will to go to Paul, because he won't be messed up until I get home. The second I'm home, boom, I can fix it. And in the meantime, when I get out, I can fix whatever else is a problem with other people in my family. I'll just leave that there. This isn't about me trying to return fire. It's not about, oh, this person said that, that person said that. I've mentioned just a couple things. Because it had to be addressed. There's thousands of people that listen to me and they need to know a little bit about what's going on. But it's the insanity of the souls that's going on. There's so many of them, and it takes one of them to get on you and mess with you. So you have to be real strong energy to blow them off. But like Paul, he's not just, okay, other than me, he's the strongest thing on the planet. Well, other than Karen too. But anyway, he's the one that's going to be doing this fighting. He's the aggression, okay, the aggressor when it comes to this stuff. He doesn't go after it, but when it comes, just like me. But well, I've had to recently. But anyway, he doesn't go after it. But when something comes to him, he just relaxes and says, "Okay, you just stay there. I'm going to finish what I'm doing with my hands right now, and then I'm just going to kill you." And then he does, and then more come. Then he kills him. They don't like hanging around him too much. It's just a quick, certain death. Whereas with me, I'm the one that's changing the format. Actually, I've changed the format other than being over there and installing it. So, the insanity of the souls keeps going. And it'll stop only when I get out of here.
There's too many of them to just take out right away. I go to people's heads, clean them, they're fine. And then, other people say, damn, that person, I won't say he or she, that person literally all of a sudden is fine again. And then there you go, an hour later, they're just nuts. Um, it's not them. It's being done to them. It's not right. These bodies are prisons. They absorb energy. Other energy can touch you, go right in you, start running the body, running your thoughts. And if there's enough of them, you get enough souls on you, you get 4 or 5 souls on you, you're in trouble. You get 7 or 8, you're screwed. And I don't care if you're source, doesn't matter. These bodies hold the energy. I mean, you're trapped in a body, and you're literally it's like you're duct tape around your mouth, with a little hole punched in it so you can barely breathe. It's bad stuff. That's why we're getting the new energy bodies I've been talking about for a long time. So, change is coming, big time. As a matter of fact, this morning it was for something. Let me see. A friend of mine. Y'all my friends, every one of you. I don't talk with them much at all because I don't have the opportunity. A gentleman named Jeremy called me this morning, and he was talking about. I haven't talked to him. He has permission about saying this. I already know it's okay, but I'm not going to say everything he wrote. But he said, hey, and then very nice. And then he said, during meditation last night, I saw an image of my crow spirit guide for the first time. It was up close and personal, staring me right in the face, almost as if I was looking out of its eyes. That's crow energy coming. Crow is change is coming. Okay, alligator is quick change. Crocodile is quick vicious change. Raven is something big is coming to an end. Bam, now. And crow is there's change. A process is leaving. Excuse me. Some understand crow to be the bringer of harmony. And he said, well, if that's true, it's no wonder I was born on March 2nd. He said he understands the discord that's going on right now with me and some family members that he can't see all of it yet, but he appreciates the fact he can see and understand, and he's waking up, getting strong. He can understand a lot of what's going on with what I'm talking about now with the souls. And this was 4:24 or something this morning when it came in. Doesn't say on it now, but anyway, he was just so kind as to just thank me for talking about what I do and the fact that we're all family. I did it in my last life. I'm doing it this life, okay? There is no God. They'll never be allowed for people to go that way again, okay? A few people running around want to believe that. They're not going to be beat up or anything, but they're going to have all the evidence they need to understand for themselves that it's not true. It's family time, folks. But first, everything that doesn't want it to be, everything that wants to maintain the old way of abuse, which is the way it's always been, okay, for, 2,863.34 trillion years or time? It's a long time. Crazy. So, you can't have creation as big as what we are and then destroy what runs it and then not have problems, especially with all these little souls running around. Finally, they're the strongest thing out there, and they can literally go into you and mess with you. Okay? I had to start at the top of the hierarchy and go down. That's just what I've done. It's my job. You're a janitor. There's a mess on the floor. Someone breaks the glass. Well, you take up the glass first and no one gets cut. Then where there's the biggest mess, or say they drop mashed potatoes, you go where the biggest mess is first, you clean it up, and then you go to the surrounding area. That's all I'm doing, okay? I'm no better than nothing else, and I've gone out of my way to make a point of that. Folks, it's family time, just like Jeremy understands. None of us are any better than anything else. It doesn't matter what you can do. It doesn't matter who you are. It's my station in life. You had a life where maybe you needed a break, you know, and maybe that's a good way to learn that arrogance is not cool. And arrogance has been taught, bred into almost all of you. That needs to be taken away slowly. That's also part of the reason why things have to happen the way they are. Just at first. You'll find when I get out of here that things start happening like I told you. So what? There's no big deal. It's not about me. It's about you. You start to understand, okay, there's a reason to listen to what Jay said. That's the only thing this is about. Your awakening. Okay? The third dimension to understand who they really are, what's really going on, what's on the other side that's been hidden from you forever on purpose. That's what it's about. That's what I'm about. I'm the janitor. Folks, this isn't hard once you can see, but that's the hard part, being able to see. And it's never been allowed for you to see everything over there. The original first being male and female, they didn't want you to see it. And then you go to the other side. Sylvia Brown talked, oh, there's temples and there's love and Mother, Father, God come in and everyone loves them. No, they don't. Afraid of them, fear. Angels are vicious over there, were vicious over there the same way they were over here. Of course, they're gone. And if somebody wants to think, oh, gee, Jay killed the angels and that's why we're all being hammered by these souls. No, the angels have been doing it themselves. Okay? They didn't need help from the souls. Angels so much stronger where they were. There's a few left. So, the insanity of the souls. That's what's going on right now. It'll stop in just a few weeks. So, so anyway, that's funny. That's something else just happened. I won't even mention a name. Anyway, so that's what's going on. That's the situation. Somebody was made to do something, so there would be a way to try to slow me down. See, right now, these souls that are left over there, especially the ones that are strong enough to run the others, plus some other strong energy, they're literally going crazy trying to stop this. What I've done, I've had life after life after life. I would come out of the body, then I'd literally look at the original male and female, give them a dirty look, and they'd just stand there and just like, he's going to leave, don't worry about it, and I'd walk away. And I've done that 10.846 trillion times. So they keep, they weren't there to see it, but they know that's what I keep doing. They think that's going to happen again. This is the last one. I'll be out and staying out, period. So they think that if they just keep me from getting this out, then they're going to be running everything. No, they're not. Yeah, they're about to not exist. Does this all sound insane? Yes. Why? Because it is. It's insanity. It's not yours. It's not mine. It's what they're doing. Hey there, Herky baby. Love you, buddy. He's still on the bed. He's relaxing. So anyway, that's what's going on. They abuse and attack everything. People, animals, they don't care. It's going to be stopped. It's coming to an end. Okay? It just takes time. It's kind of frustrating for me, but it's really frustrating for others. And some people have said, Jay, this movement thing, hey there, buddy, I'm here. This movement thing, it's just falling apart. And I said, no, it's not. Not at all. What's happening isn't being done to show you what's real, but because it's happening, it's being used to show you that this is all real. On the other side, you've had the problems and then the fixers. And you're the people in the middle. It's like a chess game. You're the chess players on the board, and they're both messing with your life. The butt heads are being problematic, and then the good folk are trying to take what they have. After they mess it up, they take whatever they have and try to fix it. It's going back and forth. There's no control over there. That's the chaos on the other side. That's pretty much easy to pick off from what I've said in other videos. So anyway, folks, I gotta run. I'm trying to explain a little more about what's going on the other side, because it is insanity right now. But it's gonna end. You'll see it. And then once it does, then you're gonna be left alone and protected, all of you at one time. The bad stuff is going to be gone, except for little teeny pieces here and there, and it won't take long for me to get rid of them. I just got to be out of my body. So you will have a new way to live while you're in a body, and you won't be having a lot of lives like you have been back to back. It's time for that to stop too. So, and you think you're so attached to these bodies? Remember, they don't belong to you. Once you're out of your body, you don't even want to be in one again. Okay, and then after you've been out of one long enough and you got some coaxing, then you were anxious to go back in one. As soon as you were able to forget what you had been through, sometimes people kind of pushed in there. But what was doing that is gone. The original male and female, mostly the female. Not picking on you ladies, you know that. That was just her job. The male energy is the field that's everywhere, and he was not nice at all. They were always jealous of each other. It's crazy. But anyway, that's over. There's new stuff coming. The insanity that's going on right now, that's what that's about. Okay? If you make the sphere, put it over your head, pull something out, look at it, see what's in there. This is a wonderful learning experience for you. And then make that sphere, make in your head, say this sphere is so strong that nothing can get out. Whether or not you can hold that, you're using your abilities. The stronger you learn how to move your abilities, just like working out, using your muscles, the next thing you know, you're stronger. Okay, you can do more. And then you look at it and you say, wow, I can actually see that now. Or you can feel it, or you get an image through your scanner like a cartoon image. Like a computer-generated cartoon image. It's all good. All right, folks. I love you. That's what's going on. Right now, insanity of the souls, and they're so slick, you're not going to feel them. And once they get in you, if you don't clean your head, bye. Okay, there's no way I can get rid of all of them while I'm here. It's impossible. Sorry. My head has been beat up so hard, metaphysically, physically, changing. It's been everything I could do to do what I did, but I did it. And when I get out of here, I'll finish taking care of it. In the meantime, people, those of you that are near me, clean your heads. Okay? And if you hear me say this and something immediately tells you, I don't have to do that, I don't have to do that, then stop and think, why the heck did you just say that? Why did you get so upset about me throwing some words out towards you? What made you feel like that? Then stop and think about who you really are, and you'll understand you have been infiltrated, because they're around every single one of you. Okay? Deanna, very little. Okay? She's being kept out of this. She's got important stuff to do. But by not being not having something she's doing strong for the movement right now, she's being left alone. That's by design. Anyway, good things coming. Hang in there. I've got to finish changing over my internet change it over to my name, get new internet service and everything else. The money's still going out to Michelle. She's going to for the animals, and also her. These books do pull in some money, and so I'll be out of commission for just a few days. By Monday, things ought to be rocking. Okay, and then I will be doing consults and stuff until I go. I'll give you all that information soon. And at jayessex.com will be open back up, but I gotta take care of some stuff first. I'll have to go borrow some money from some friends of mine so I can live and take care of that right now, and it's no big deal. But anyway, that's the insanity going on. It's things are happening for a reason, but there's the cure too. The cure's out there and it's stronger than the other ones, but there's a law over there, and I had a big part of it. I do the bad stuff, and I'm the only thing that's strong enough to do it over there anyway, as far as getting rid of stuff. So they're just trying to maintain until, I do what I do all that I can, and then when I get home and finish. That's all. Janitor cleaning up a mess on aisle 9, okay? So, if you're some of your friends, if you're close involved in this, if you're in the middle of this movement and some of your friends look at you a little funny, please don't think they're nuts. And if you feel like you can't be honest with yourself, that's a good clue right there. So not those of you that follow me, but those of you that are literally physically involved in this, a lot of you are being bothered. Okay, it's not a large number, but it's important people, key people. Okay, and Paul is taking this thing over. Okay, love y'all. Take care and have a good one.